What's up? My name is Ken Dumbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to J.
Yes, he's listening to you.
Yeah, I think, first of all, my name is Chano Dangwida. I'm the spokesperson of Umozi Kumawa, also known as Kumawa Development Coalition. We want to state categorically Council Makebi, and we want to state categorically to Madam Esther Lungu as the main representative of the Lungu family. We want to state here now that as the people of Eastern Province, we are very disappointed with the government of Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. We are very perturbed that there are a lot of maneuvers in wanting the body of our late president, who is our son, to be repatriated back here home, even when the family has stated their position. And I want to state here and now that in the South African country, the laws are very clear. They respect the wishes of the family. And let's not, debate or try to paint Emmanuel Mwamba, paint Makebi ZuLu, or paint Madam Esther Lungu, or whoever with red colors, simply because they have stood on what they feel or what they know is right. So the best thing that the government of Mr. Hakainde Hichilema can do is allow the wishes of the the family. And the family says, we do not want to bury in Zambia. Why are we continuing to do politics over the body of a person that we never respected, a person that we never gave chance, to enjoy his retirement, a person who willingly gave, instruments of power to his, to the person that took over from him? Why are we tormenting the Lungu family? What are we trying to achieve in this whole thing?
Thank you.
Finally, Honorable Makebi ZuLu, I know people have said a lot of things against you, and these people are the obvious people that do not want, the wishes of the family to be accomplished and fulfilled. I want you to stay strong. We are praying for you. And as Eastern Province, I want to officially state that as a people of Eastern Province, we stand with you and will continue standing with you. And Ambassador Mwamba, as I conclude, please continue with this verified program that you give unto us as Zambians, because there's a lot that we do not know. And through your platform, we are able to, be taught what we do not know. May God bless the Lungu family, and may God strengthen Emmanuel Mwamba, may God strengthen Makebi ZuLu, and may God strengthen the Lungu family. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chanoda, for that prayer and words of encouragement. Mama from Norway, you are on. Please make your contributions. Yes, you are on. Just a minute. Oh, we seem to have lost here. Just a minute, Mr. ZuLu, just a minute. Padi kaba pano padi diva. Hello, good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Oh, just hold on. Like, let me just put you on speaker. Oh, I've lost that call. Let me pick the other call. I think Patrick from the UK, you are waiting. Tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Thank you, Ambassador Mwamba. My name is Patrick Chilusia from the UK. And thank you so much for bringing Makebi. We've been looking forward to have him on this program. And thank you, Makebi, for the job you've done. As I won't take long, you've explained everything, but I really feel sad as a Zambian, and clearly shows that we don't have a leader in our country, because a true leader has compassion, a true leader has empathy, a true leader has love, A true leader is a unifier. And a true leader also is responsible and accountable. We've got a president, Makebi, who doesn't want to lose, or who doesn't seem to be losing. He wants to win at all costs. This person is not a leader, is a liability to our country. And Makebi, we pray for Esther and the family, and also as a nation.
Oh, we lost Lufia there. Hello, Mama. I hope we don't lose this one also. Are you there?
Hey, good evening, Ramwamba, and good evening, Honorable Makebi ZuLu.
Yes, please.
My contribution, thank you, Makebi, for finding time and the strength to come and speak to us. And Ramwamba, thank you for hosting. It is quite unfortunate that we're still talking about the funeral. It says a lot about who we are when we talk about Ubuntu. My contribution is we have heard and read that it is important for a state funeral. And my thinking is, in the event, of course, for the family to settle wanting to bury in South Africa, I don't think that was the first option. The burying in South Africa came about after the deal failed when the body was meant to be repatriated on the 18th. Now, I'm wondering, if the body was to be, if it was ruled that we are going to bury in South Africa, is it necessary for the president to still represent Zambians in South Africa? Makebi, has the family requested that, yes, in Zambia they want a state funeral where the president should reside, but in the event the funeral will take place in South Africa, why must the president be present in South Africa? Why can't he send a representative, especially after being mentioned to him that he is not wanted? Because I feel we are creating unnecessary tension that we can simply avoid. And you see, like now you have appeared, we are getting to hear more things that we shouldn't be hearing about. I dearly hope that this can only show us and we go back to the drawing board. Maybe the state should just withdraw this case so that we don't get to hear more, because it will be very difficult for Zambia to start the healing process. I mean, it's now 2 months. When does the healing start? What is it really that we want when we want to talk so highly about Lungu, and yet Lungu is still not buried after 2 months? When is the healing going to start? We've got very strong men and women in the country. When does the guidance start?
Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening. This is Lilian Mutambo calling from the United Kingdom.
Thank you, Lilian. Thank you.
Greetings, Waimano Mwamba and Honorable Makebi ZuLu State Council. We are so proud of you as the diaspora. We've stood by you. And this is an encouragement that whatever you're doing, keep on, forging ahead. My main concern is about your security and Dr. Edgar Shabalungu's family upon your return to Zambia after the burial. Have you put anything in place with that? Because I don't trust the UPND government, and what they've surely demonstrated is that, this is a mafia kind of government we're dealing with, and I am so concerned about your security. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Lillian. Thank you. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Hello. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening. This is Sencho Banda.
Honorable Sencho Banda. Yes, make your contributions.
Sure. I'll be brief in my intervention. What is very sad is that while the court was ongoing, and I just saw on Causeway, just quickly after the adjournment, is that there was the chimney and the white smoke. For me, I ask myself, where is our humanity? It's like we've
we've lost the iota of our humanity, and we're a country which is on the crossroads. And specifically to our mother, the former First Lady, as a Zambian, when we were young, we are taught to respect women and elders. And in this regard, the treatment of the former First Lady is an Zambian and a signal of troubling loss of national values and respect and compassion and decency. For me, I thought this is the time for reflection and not retaliation. National unity cannot be achieved through humiliation. We need wise leadership that can build bridges, not burn them. And the other question is, where is the church? Where are the voices of reasoning? The civil society, the church, traditional leaders must stand up for what is right. Silence in the face of injustice is accomplishing. As a Christian nation, we must ask God, where are we headed to if we lose our soul, just like winning a political fight? For me, basically, I think we need to call for mercy and national healing. We need national healing, not continued hostility.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Sencho Banda.
Justice,
Yeah.
compassion, and politics with morality. I think that's what I think. Otherwise, I think the way I saw the pictures of a First Lady. She looked frail and tired. Does that send any signals to our mother First Lady? What does it speak to our president? I think we need to be humane. I think that's my comment.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I've got a caller here, I think from UK. Caller, you've muted yourself. I think you wanted, tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador, Member, and Honorable Makebi ZuLu. My name is Robam. I'm calling from Manchester. I think what I just wanted to say is just to give a word of encouragement for Makebi ZuLu, because I can see the pain on his face, and he's just trying to make sure that we resolve this to the best of the ECL family and the country at large. It's just a message of love. Like, look, we do love you. And I want you to pass this message to the Lungu family that we are with them. And the people in the diaspora are with them. And we hope that we could have a proper send-off for our president. And you're right, whatever you're doing, do not question yourselves. God is with you. And whatever you're doing is full of wisdom. And the kind of love that the ECL family have shown is something that every family in Zambia need to understand, that you need to be united as a family. They've shown us the level of unity that I never expected to see in an African family. We thank you so much, and just pass our message of love and peace, and just tell them that we're praying for them almost every day. Thank you so much, Honorable. Thank you so much.
Very much. Let me take this last call. Caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Oh, just a minute, caller. You are mute. Yeah. Yes, caller. Tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Yes, I'm calling from South Africa. I'm a South African, by the way. That's how I like to introduce myself.
Oh, okay.
So, yes. So, you mentioned in your statement that the South African media is like it's running around, like they don't know what they're reporting. Actually, I remember there was this lady who's an international reporter. I think you know her. So she mentioned something like that the Lungu family bought a house in Midrand in South Africa. So I just wonder if Mr. ZuLu is still around, just to clarify maybe to the Zambians about that issue, like the way they mentioned about the 150 cars and something like that. There is actually the other guy by the name of Mugomboni, something like that. This guy is always spreading those lies. So I just like Mr. Makebi ZuLu to just to clarify that issue.
Thank you, thank you. Last for now. We have to allow Honorable Makebi Zulu to go. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Honorable Mamba.
Good evening.
My name is Kabongo from the DRC, Kashobwe specific.
In Kashobwe.
Good evening. Yes, sir. Good evening, Honorable Makebi Zulu. I think I am not going to say much, but I am just going to encourage Makebi Zulu, and I would ask him to pass my message as a Zambian in diaspora to the Lungu family. Please tell them that we love them, we are with them. We cannot show up, all of us in South Africa, but we are with them. And Honorable Makebi Zulu, awe ulichaume sana iwe, ulendo kwa buta, efikaraba umefi. Na mfuatu mwaume, ebwa ume obu, takwa mana fimbi. Robwa ume, when people fail to make decisions, and when you think at balanjita blame balanjita machine, but you stand firm, you put your foot down, no mwenso wa funyapo, you are doing the right thing. Thank you so much, Honorable Mamba.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. There are so many people. For all those that wish to call, we are going to have a session after Honorable Makebi Zulu leaves. He only gave me an hour. I've already exceeded an hour. But I'm persuaded by the huge numbers of people watching us locally and internationally. Already I can see the views on my pages. 112,000, 3,700 comments. Honorable Makebi Zulu, probably they would have loved you to stay longer. But please give your answers and we'll let you go. Then I'll continue with the views. Honorable Makebi Zulu will hear you because you will still be tuned to us.
Ambassador Emmanuel Mwamba. Well, allow me to thank those that have called in, and perhaps the issue that was raised by Mr. Chanodangwira, where he is questioning the leadership of the country. I can only say that, can we for once put reason over pride? Can we allow reason to prevail and not pride? This is not a contestation that should be a win or lose situation. The question is, do we understand that all the family wants is a dignified send-off? Do we understand that? If your coming in the way does not give them a sense of a dignified send-off, why don't you just back down? Reason over pride would be something that would resolve the impasse that is there. Lillian Mutambo, you ask a very interesting question as regards the security. Of course, we've gotten a lot of advice. We've gotten word of threats, both against the family and against myself. But we are of the view that safety is not the absence of danger. We are in danger all the time. Safety is not the absence of danger, but the presence of God. I can assure you that we will be coming to Zambia eventually, and God will take care of us, because safety is not the absence of danger, but the presence of God. Then Robert from Manchester, thank you for the kind words. I will be sure to convey your love to the family. And our prayer in all this is that perhaps the cracks that the death of President Edgar Chagwa Lungu are revealing of the areas of healing that our country needs. And perhaps President Edgar Chagwa Lungu is saying, should we continue living like this? Should we continue with this aspect of every time someone leaves government, they become targets of victimization, whether as ministers, as president? Should we continue like this? What are the far-reaching consequences of leading our country in that direction? What is the role of the church in all this? What is the role of the civil society in all this? What is the role of every citizen in all this? Should we continue with this aspect, for example, in the event that President Hichilema is no longer president, eventually he will no longer be president? Should we be saying, Kawalala Oyo, chase after him, victimize his family? There are ministers who are there. They will no longer be ministers soon. Should we continue on this path as a nation? Perhaps that's a discussion that we should be having. There was a concern to say that there's been things that have been said against the family and against myself personally. I would want to assure you, my fellow citizens, that I will not respond to any personal attacks against myself, and the family will do everything possible to keep the dignity of the death of President Edgar Chagwa Lungu without responding to all forms of propaganda that have been raised, which included the aspect of the Lungus have bought a house in South Africa, which is not true. The Lungus are living a luxurious life in South Africa, which is not true. The Lungus have bought 150 cars in South Africa, which is not true. And it is for that reason that we're saying, if you want us to discuss, and we have called on the government to say, we're willing to talk, but please stop this mudslinging, stop this propaganda, because you need to come with clean hands. You can't be saying we're talking to the family quietly and loudly using mediums such as Causeway and other mediums. You are propagating hatred against the family, trying to make people rise against the family, when all the family is asking for is one thing: how best can we give Edgar Chagwa Lungu a dignified send-off? Indeed, the treatment of the first family has been less than fair on them, and we will not succumb to all negativity, but in all this period we have dedicated ourselves to prayer and seeking the guidance of God in all this. That is what the family has dedicated its time to do, and they will continue to do so. Patrick Chilufya, thank you very much for your contribution. And you said the president doesn't want to lose. This is not about who wins or who loses. This is about giving President Edgar Chagwa Lungu a dignified send-off. It's a moment for reflection as a nation. What constitutes good leadership? What constitutes how to treat leaders? Even assuming that the leaders are bad, how are we going to treat our leaders as a nation? Should it take death to realize that what we are doing is wrong? I think not. And that is the concern of the family, that perhaps through the death of President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, the nation will find the healing that it deserves. And for that reason, I agree with what my brother, Sencho Banda, has said. And perhaps it's time that we reflected on those issues and many more. Ambassador, I thank you very much for having me. Unless there's an issue that I may not have responded to amongst the issues that were raised.
No, Council.
I know Robert,
Patrick, you have exceeded, Council, you've exceeded your hospitality, but it demonstrates how important this matter was to the nation. And I'm glad that you shelved a lot of meetings, including the one you're already late for, to just give the insights you've given. I'll let you go, and I would like to thank you so much. Dear viewers, when we come back, I'll take all your calls as much as possible. I have so many calls, but let's see how many calls we can take as we excuse Honorable Makebi ZuLu.
How can you allow somebody who has murdered your son or your daughter and you are still mourning to come and attend the funeral and we need to speak at the funeral?
But how good your son
was. And you know about it, you say, wait a minute, what's happening? And I think I can just say the whole thing, I summed it up when I spoke to one guy. I said, because how can you, Ambassador?
The late indicated. But what even the court was asking, that did the deceased president make his wish that he wanted to be buried in Zambia? And the answer was yes. So who is saying he shouldn't be buried in Zambia? The first respondent is the one who has made the decision. But again, of course, she could have made that decision because the law here in South Africa says the next of kin. Yeah, so it's looking at what the law says here.
Is this something that the...
Indeed, Attorney General, the law in South Africa says the next of kin. Then we wonder what we are doing in court. Caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello, good evening. I'm Don Oscar. I'm calling from Italy. Good evening, and my greetings to the viewers, and my greetings also to Council Makebi ZuLu, who indeed has communicated with us, has shared the experience they had this morning in South Africa. Good evening, everybody. I wanted to take advantage to ask a question to Honorable Makebi ZuLu, but all the same, if you can just allow me now, I don't know whether to pose a question or to give my my comment. I don't know what you can allow me to do.
You can ask the questions. Honorable Makebi ZuLu is listening. I've taken time to study this matter. Other callers also can help. Temano Ndikwatilawe. Everyone can contribute. If there is a question, put it on the floor. If I can't answer it sufficiently, other callers will. We still can even call Honorable Makebi ZuLu on the phone. So please, yeah, just be free. But he's also listening. He's going in the car, he's listening.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much. I have understood that the bone of contention in this case of the family is that the government did not respect the contract agreed upon before. And I remember vividly that the contract was signed, I think, in the presence of Councillor Makebi ZuLu and Mr. Patrick Kangwa on the part of the government. So that day, I remember very well, that was agreed upon, and all the Zambian people, me included, we were expecting that the contract was going to be respected. But unfortunately, the outcome was the opposite. And so Makebi ZuLu, the Lungu family, indeed, I sympathize with the Lungu family. I was in South Africa that time when all these things happened, so I'm one of the witnesses. Indeed, I sympathize with the Lungu family. And my observation is, well, irrespective of whatever judgment the family has the right to decide. So whether they would judge in favor of the government, whether they would judge in favor of the family. What I've understood, according to the South African law, the family has the right to decide. If the family loses the case, Mr. Mwamba, this is my question. If the family, hopefully it doesn't happen like this. If the family loses the case, don't you think it's the right thing to advise them to appeal to the High Court? Because losing the case, it means that the judges will be, the case will be a miscarriage of justice. Hello?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think we've got your question. I'll endeavor to respond.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That is a Catholic priest, Father Donosco, Mwanza Pombo from Italy. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Oh, just a minute. Just a minute, caller. Just a minute. We need to resort to... yeah. Yes, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello?
Yes, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Yes, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Mwamba, and good evening, Honorable Makebi ZuLu.
Thank you. Make your contributions quickly. Thank you,
yes,
Zephania.
My question to Honorable Mnia ZuLu is
Makebi ZuLu.
Did that audio which leaked for Robert Chavinga submitted, and this man called Frank Zimba, who claims Aka Fumba Upoke, who has been accusing the late President Edgar Chagwalungu that he was engaged in drug trafficking, what measures are they going to do, you as a spokesperson and the lawyer for our mother? And that is the question I wanted to find out.
Thank you, Zephania. Thank you. Hello, good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador Mwambas. Thank you very much for bringing Makebi ZuLu Pamwela. Nine bwana nimasikuno kwa kapota mkwai. Ndafuna ukipisha kweli pusheli na chibana ukipisha na mtweba tibala umfwabene will get answer. If it were mwana Pamwela, ifingi pa internet freelando yo we yaba lungu kuma offices yaba Makebi ZuLu ya diruba. Ushe enfyo. Elo nanguline efyo. Ukuya kwantanshi kwa milando. Ishani. Tule lomba lesa. Mkwai. Mfuna balondola wino kwa bati Pamwela palimbila msangonse kuna ule shinajava president mufa yabo balikuwa ichuma chakuti kuchaloku na benna banashiwa n'abana bonse dibeke bali losha kulia ati bali in luxury. Fida kwena natsula tefyo. Mbange fifi tutumia kwa bati Makebi ZuLu under fire. We have a long course. There's no copy in the High Court.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me take as many calls as possible because of the huge numbers of people waiting just to contribute. This is your show. Hello. Caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Okay, my name is Danny, calling you from Canada.
Yes, Danny from Canada.
First and foremost, I just want to let people know that let us put you, Ambassador Mwamba, in our prayers. You haven't slept. You've just been guiding us, and since morning of our morning today, I've just been following you. So we commit you in your prayers, and we thank you. Then I think as the lawyer Makebi ZuLu concluded, I think he said a very good point. We've never seen our head of state visit or call the family of ECL. And for me, that is where I should ask all Zambians. If this person has never called the family, do you think he means well? Because Makebi ZuLu said it in a very good way. We expected them to come and see us and sit down with us. We would have not reached this far. But what I'm saying is, this person just wants to bring confusion. But I'm asking you, all Zambians, let us pray for Zambia and the ECL family. Thank you and God bless Zambia. Thank you, Pastor Emmanuel Mwamba.
Thank you very much. Yeah, let's take as many calls as possible. This is your show. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Keep me just anonymous.
Yes, anonymous. Make your contributions.
Vachabinga varandira tivajaji South Africa vafire varya ushe ili audio vari chitako submit mukoti pandutuletina vachabinga varira ndaupinda tivajaji vafire varya so nishina muri mulandu vararya potaurapwa pandutwale mufatiyo ya audio vakaivika mukoti vachabinga variye vecharwa tiyo vajaji vafire varya.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I'll ask Honorable Makebi ZuLu just that question. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Good evening. Yes, good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening.
Yes, this is Davis Chukumbi calling from Western Province, Mongo.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And good evening, Council.
Yeah.
I just wanted to find out one or two things from the Council. Number one, apart from the very sister to the deceased that we see, is there any other close family members like the siblings of the late apart from that other sister? That is number one. Then number two, I just wanted to find out the position of the family, if at all the outcome of the court will be in favor of the government. Their plans do they have the plans of appealing to a higher court or what? That's what I wanted to find out. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Hello, caller. Oh, we lost that caller. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Nditaba munkonge mlishani. Ipusheni ama ipusheni mwaku ipusheni fe nangpane fe mulelanda whether poverty or not is part of the program.
Okay, awe ishkwetelele fya kurande fingi kukoseresha fyo kwebati bakonkanye popyo kupepa gefe washintira palile satura bapepera kona ngula tabatu ishiba oro fwe bali kulu bali lwabonga ture pepa oro ture mune fintoko fileya filelango kulingana na leso fya lefuwa turaba bansanza so ndekoseresha kofera bamba family yonso ko bali rafini bashintirira abaye kata kuri Kristo bakonkanyepo tafirwa porota kafirwe bakonkanyepo icho baromba kuri yena ekikachitika tapaka bichimbi ikikachitikao bakarara fe mucho bote aba fyashini chitaikafika kulingana na Kristo umwe so ichetekero chabo nokushintirira muri Kristo bakonkanyepo fe pamakasa.
Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
This is Professor Felix from Devon.
Oh, yes, Professor. How are you?
Okay, and how are you, Your Excellency? Or should I say my Excellency?
Thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you, Professor Felix Yame.
Yeah, just a little bit. I live in South Africa, as you can talk about it. And the law of South Africa entails what we have all talked about, that the body belongs to family. I kept hearing in the courts someone saying the Zambian law. And yet the body was in South Africa. If I commit a crime in South Africa, they don't follow Zambian law to punish me. I commit a crime in South Africa, they deal with me in South Africa. We have had issues of people like that other guy, Bushiri and Omotoso. Their countries beg that they should be repatriated. They should go there, their country to do the whatever offense they did. They said no, they committed a crime here in South Africa. This body is in South Africa. The courts are in South Africa. Zambia has got no law about the late president where they should be buried. So I think if there's a way to avoid that, it could be helping, because People refer about that. Secondly, we all know that it's not the Lungu family who brought this problem up. They were very ready to bring the boy to Zambia, except after our country or our nation, Zambia leadership, changed their position and want to swindle the body. Lastly, I have come to a conclusion, spiritually speaking. The issue is not about honoring the president. We can still honor him even if he's buried in Monrovia. We have honored people. We don't even know where they were buried. They were freedom fighters. It's about the body. It's a body. Papa body palilia sharp. That's why I was one of the first pastors to write on that the star of ECL was strong and people were fighting about it. This is where we are now. If it's about honoring him, we can still honor him even if he was not buried in Zambia. So this issue of the body is what we need to pray about. It's something spiritual that we need to talk about as Zambians and not ignore that the family was ready to bring the body to Zambia. We are ignoring that part. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. While I was ambassador in Ethiopia, every national independence, I would go to the Commonwealth grave because there are 2 Zambians who were buried there during the war in 1942, and we still honor them, but they're buried in Ethiopia. I suspect this is someone I think I know. Caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador Mwamba. This is Isaac Mwanza.
Okay, so I couldn't mention you because 90% of Zambians want to be anonymous, so I didn't want to expose you in the event that you wanted to be anonymous.
I'm a person who loves to be very clear.
Yeah. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you.
Ambassador Mwamba, let me just thank you for the work that you're doing. You are a human being that is committed to Zambia. You're like a human being like any other person with all their faults and all the positives, but I think that we need to say you are doing a good job.
Thank you, Isaac.
Now,
thank you very much.
Coming to this matter, first I want to pass my condolences to the family and of course to the people of Zambia for that loss. It's the first time that I'm trying to comment on this matter, and after hearing Honorable Makebi ZuLu, my brother, I think that I want to just pose a question whether there is still a possibility for the government and the Lungu family to sit down and discuss. Honorable Makebi ZuLu brought out a very, very good point to say probably the people that should have negotiated this could have been Madam Mutinda Ichilema herself, to be sent to say, go and talk to your sister in South Africa so that you can try and come up with an agreement. So for me, my thinking is that is there a possibility for the government and the Lungu family, especially from the Lungu family's point of view, to see whether they can sit down if the emissary was sent, whom they accept, to say, okay, fine, this is Madam Mutinda who was flown in today. Can they sit down and negotiate and talk as to how the burial is supposed to take place and agree so that there is some consensus? Because at the end of the day, Ambassador Mwamba, what we must appreciate here is that the court system is very adversarial. There is no draw in a court game, and there's always somebody who's a winner and a loser. And it can be painful to be on the losing side of it. Whether it's a family or it's a government, it can be a very painful moment. And so to try and avoid this, going through this, we have a few days that are remaining before the judgment. Is it possible that both sides, they can get back to the table and sit and talk and say, this is how we are going to go forward? Remove the people that have been negotiating on behalf of government at this point. Let the people that Honorable Makebi ZuLu, for instance, he has mentioned, our First Lady, to travel to South Africa and be able to say, Madam, can we sit down? This is the issue I've been sent by my husband. Can you please listen to us? This is what we want to do. Is there a possibility, a window of opportunity to try and resolve this matter? I can only wish the family well. I can only pray for them. I am praying for the safety of Makebi, Jonas, and the rest that have been involved in this matter. But all I'm asking is, can we sit down and discuss so that we avoid this unfortunate situation where we have reached at this point? Thank you so much, Ambassador Mwamba.
Isaac, you are very right. The South African cabinet, shortly after, the following day on 26th June, sat and deliberated over the matter regarding a former president who was in South Africa, and the matter was now being litigated in South Africa. The South African government appealed to the family and President Hakainde Hichilema to use the opportunity that were given, because there was a long calendar from 25th June up to 18th August when judgment to be given. They had said, see how you can resolve this. Instead, what we've seen is insults, insults, insults. No credible envoy has come to meet the family. Isaac, I understand your concern, but there hasn't been demonstrable commitment. I think the family has been willing to resolve this matter at any time. The family has been willing to resolve this matter. There are so many calls, but we'll try to take as many as possible. Good evening, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello, good evening, Ambassador. How are you doing? You're talking to Mr. Chifunda here.
Mr. Chifunda, quickly make your contributions.
Yes, I just want to, first of all, thank you in person for just the work you have been doing lately. It's not easy. May God richly bless you and keep you safe. And secondly, I just want to share my grievances concerning the current government over the way they have been working and doing things, over the opposition leaders that have been persecuted, from Chimbakambwili, ZuLu, and all these people. It has been a witch hunt that has not stopped from the time they got into power, but they haven't delivered what they are supposed to deliver, and they have been concentrating on wrong things. Now, coming to the ECL body, I don't see why they are so persistent in wanting to see that body, first of all, come back to Zambia, of which we haven't seen any remorse in the president. We haven't seen any love for him to stay in Zambia all this time, not go there. So we don't even see why he's consistently following up that case. Anyway, for Makebi ZuLu, my words to him is stand, be a man that God has called you to become, and you are the only one who can stand against this regime in this way, because you're prepared and God is with you. May God protect you and cover you. You and Ambassador Mwamba, continue doing the work you're doing. That's what I wanted you to call and just contribute this evening.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Caller, good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening. Bachokapo wamimvela.
Okay. No, ndifuna bene kambe kuti bankale wolimba mtima kumenya na nkhondo, because aba bamene balipo ba president aba bafuna kuononga chabe. Ngaone mwamene wavutira ba first lady, former first lady, na manje ngati muntu safuna ijabu, ngatafuna afuna kutandizira mwachazoona asemba pasa ulemo family na kamba kuti wachite bamene bafuna kuchita. Manje apa mungaone kuti wali na mapangano yoyinango chabe pali jatupi ya former president. Usatanism ulimo ziko.
Thank you very much, caller. Caller, good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
My name is Walia. I'm calling from the United States of America.
Walia, please make your contributions.
I'm going to say it has already been said. I think looking at this matter, it's like, I think it's just a spiritual.
Hello, we are losing you. Hello. Uh-oh. Hello. Call, are you using speakers? Oh my God. Hello. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have to cut this line. You kindly call back. Kindly call back. Hello. Caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Ambassador, this is Mwewa Chilofia calling from Livingstone.
Yes, Mwewa.
First of all, I would want to pass my condolences to the family, the Lungu family, especially Mama Esther Lungu. Mr. Samuel Mkupau was a very, very close friend to Mr. Lungu, Mr. Given Luvinda, and the entire PF family, and of course the Tonsarans family. It hasn't been easy, but what I can tell you, what I can say is that God is with you, the family, to our Lungu, and maybe Mr. Makebi can give us a ticket when we are buying, so that we should buy a ticket fast. That's what I'm going.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Well, this is Anonymous from the United States of America.
Yes, Anonymous.
No, my words chair encouragement kuli family ya Edgar Chagwalungu. Valimbe chabe mulungu alina beve and mawe yamene bakamba bakanso Makebi ZuLu yaje okamba ati after maliro ya Siraya lokunga twashika ku South Africa maliro bazabwera ku Zambia bafunika che kubwera ku Zambia. Zambia ni atutonse kulibe mwini wake wa Zambia mena Afrika ashita intimidate mzake. Kulibe mena na mapepa ana matitle deed ya Zambia kulangiza abantu ati Zambia ni anganeka South Africa kubwera South Africa kubwera. Kulibe na vale vinga chitika ati ya court cases bazapushinga la murondia meneza chitabwanje ambassador iza sevenza aliyense muntu amene azamba kutenga chera mulo manja mwake after all this drama ends la mulozaka wakonka wazakaenda ku prison. Zambia ni Zambia na aliyense. It doesn't mean that wantu wakuvota wankala president manyesho wankala mpamvu chira Zambia na aliyense. Yeah, that's not the way it is. Zambia is for every Zambian. Waja walimonga ni administrator tinawasanga che kutiranganira che but ikafika time ngataona tu administrator swase wenza buno bwino tinampa mfuzo zochita bwanji zowapeleka kwa wenenzeli kunkara. I submit your answer.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Hi, good evening, Ambassador, and good evening to every listeners from across the world. I wish to remain anonymous at this point.
Thank you.
For security reasons. Yes, I wish to lay my contributions or my concerns. So, looking at how things are working out, a lot of people are emotional and they don't know what the outcome might be. I've been scrolling through Facebook during the day, and I've seen how the UPND praise singers or the UPND members are jubilating over what was in court today because maybe they lack knowledge on what was taking place. But that is not a problem. I just want to quote from the Bible where Paul and Silas prayed and the prison gates were opened. So this is a case where people think that the Lungu family have lost. They may have lost to the Zambian government or the people of Zambia, but they have gained in the sight of God. And what I know from the Bible is that God fights for the defenseless. And the defenseless in this case could be the widow and the orphans. And the Bible also says that whatever you do, just know that it will come back to you later on in life. I wish Mr. Hichilema could have a heart as a human being and think about the widow and the orphans, what he has put them through. They have not put their beloved to rest. Tomorrow marks exactly 2 months. For 2 months. In the way that they find it okay. He knows what exactly happened between him and the late ECL. He knows how his government tormented ECL and his family. And to that, to do what they feel is right for them to do at this point in time. We have seen, we as the concerned Zambians, we have seen how the family has been tormented around, has been tossed around. No, you know what, people? Kashikeni, the rest of the things will be discussed later. But he's even letting his people, his members, to insult the family, others to go on and say that Lungu is not dead, he's still alive in South Africa, he's going to come back during elections. Why did he say that he knew that Lungu was dead before the family could even inform him? Why is he letting his people do all those things? That is very bad and that is so inhuman. Does he know the kind of pain and torture that he is putting the family through and he has put them through? Like HH today, we as a concerned Zambians in the diaspora, I don't even know how to speak Tonga, but I'm gonna try. We are begging you, Mr. Hakainde Chilema, open your heart and let the family bury according to the way they want to be fit to send their beloved one to his final resting place. May the spirit of ECL rest in peace. It's been wandering for the past 2 months. I rest my case, Honorable.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello.
Hello, caller.
Yes, hi. This is Pumulo, Queen Pumi.
Queen Pumi from, is it California?
Yes.
Thank you, Queen Pumi. I'm honored. Please make your contributions.
Oh, yeah, online?
Yes. Are you making contribution to the program?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I thought, okay, all right. Yes, so thank you, Honorable Mwamba and Honorable Makebi ZuLu, regards to the family there by Esther Lungu and the entire team. So my question is, why can't the government construct a monument? Because I think if they really want to honor ECL, the body cannot be the only way to honor him. So I think one option is to construct a monument and hold a state funeral without the body. And the other kind of, it's an observation, kind of a question. I've listened to Council ZuLu explain the 5 main points stated by government. Lawyer, they want to exclusively repatriate the body. I'm not going to go down the list. But since we know what they want to exclude the body and take control of the body like they are the next of kin. My question is, have the family considered that their loved one will be treated like a spoil of war, as Makebi said earlier? It's like they want to treat the body of ECL as a bounty, a spoil of war. And there is news on the ground that our beloved son, Why Me, he was desecrated and mutilated in his torture before he died. We don't know if he's dead. We haven't seen the body. But there is rumor that this young man was actually mutilated. His body was mutilated. He was tortured. And, I'm asking Makebi ZuLu to say, have they presented this in their presentation? Because the news coming in is that we have another enemy, for lack of a better word, whose body was desecrated or mutilated and he has gone missing. And we just feel like, I think 2 months away from the death, with no burial in sight, they're insisting on the body. Could they want to mutilate the body or desecration to, we know that in war times, if we read history, the victors of the war, they took the bodies to intimidate the victims who had, lost their life in that war. And let's be honest here. Let's call a spade a spade. This has been war between the HH and the ECL. And for them to really hang on to that body, now we have left no option but to think that they want to mutilate this body or do whatever they can as an act of intimidation. And I'm backing this because the commander himself of, is it Zambia Army Baziele, he said that when the ECL's body arrives, no one will have access to it. So if you really want to honor ECL, why can't you just have a monument and honor him and leave the body to the next of kin? Because government is not next of kin. This is just a circus which is embarrassing all of us and stressing the whole family. And we just pray for Mama Esther to be strong and live through this nightmare. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen Pumi. Thank you so much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Ambassador, thank you very much for taking my call. This is Anonymous from the land of AI. I just want to appreciate this great program that you are doing. Yes, I just have a comment. I believe the UPND leader, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, does not mean well. We have seen how his people have spoken with disrespect towards the late president and his family, including people like, Mr. Mwetwa, Mr. Jack Mwimbu. Even the vice president on the floor of parliament has issued disparaging remarks, against Dr. Edgar Chagolungu and the family. Even their related social media platforms like Koswe and so on and so forth have continued to issue statements that are no less than insults. It's my considered view, therefore, that it is not the honest intention of Mr. Hichilema to honor Dr. Edgar Lungu. Mr. Hichilema is looking at winning this argument over the body as a competition for reasons that may be way too sensitive to even mention on this platform, And so I want to read a quick verse in the Bible, Exodus chapter 22, verse 22 to 24. It says, "You shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. If you afflict them in any way, they will cry to me. I will surely hear their cry, and my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with a sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children will be fatherless." I hope Mr. Hakainde Hichilema could take a look at this verse and consider it seriously, because the games that he's playing, we see through him. Thank you very much, Ambassador. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Let me take this call. Just hold on, please. Just hold on. We have another caller who's waiting here. Just hold on. Yes, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Okay. This is Anonymous from Zambia.
Yes, Anonymous.
I just wanted to contribute, or rather add some words concerning the same challenge that we experience in our country. First of all, I would say it's good that God has made it in this manner, that as a country we are learning something out of this. You can hear me, right?
Yes, we can. Please contribute quickly so that we can allow others. We are beginning to wind up.
Okay, thank you so much. So, I also wanted to comment on Mr. Isaac that I said, if at all there is that period of reconciliation between the family and the state, I feel myself that time is no longer there, because if somebody reaches an extent of taking you to police or rather to court, I think that period is over, and let law just guide, and then later on, that's when maybe they can reconcile. As for now, I think there is no that period of, there is no that time of reconciliation.
Thank you. Thank you, caller. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
I'll remain anonymous for tonight, Ambassador Mwamba.
Yes, thank you very much, Anonymous.
Thank you. I just have a little message for the Lungus. I would like to just tell them that they are not alone in this situation. They have people who respect them, pray for them, and stand with them beyond politics. And I want to encourage them to remain united, remain calm. They need to seek wise counsel. They need to keep praying and to continue acting with the dignity that they've shown us. In times like this, they need to be more united, and we have seen that. So I'm just encouraging them to remain united, keep encouraging each other. They should maintain their strength. They should maintain their silence, which they have. And I believe their resilience and unity will speak louder than words. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
We
wish to remain anonymous. I'm a Zambian calling you from Israel, Jerusalem.
Wonderful. Make your contribution.
Yes. First of all, you know, as a Zambian, after having followed the proceedings that took place today, I feel very sad seeing the issue being dragged into a foreign country like that. Not to say that, first of all. And what I would wish to say is this, you know, the family is grieving and they have all the rights to decide where they would like to bury their loved one. In this case, we're talking about the late former president, Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Okay? And then we have a very massive population of Zambians who also wish that their former president, who has passed away, should be buried in Zambia. I don't know why our president, our current president, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, is insisting by all means that he should see the body, that he should be there. If the family does not wish him to be there, what's the problem? Because from my knowledge, this in our constitution, it does not state that the president should be there. You know, if the family wish that he's not there, you know. And you know, in this case, there's no winner. Whether the courts in South Africa tomorrow they decide that the government has won or the family has won, no one will win in this case because it's a shame, and it's something that I think we still have some time as a people of Zambia, as a government, we still have some time before the judgment is even passed, that if the president could humble himself and renegotiate with the family and talk to them in a nice way and find a solution and listen to them to understand what they really want. Because we all know that the relationship with Mr. Hakainde Hichilema was not good with the former Republican president. May he so rest in peace.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. The last caller from Israel. There are so many calls, but I'm sorry. We have to end the program, and for all those questions, I like the questions that came from Isaac, that can the family and the state reconcile. We haven't seen leadership from President Hakainde to resolve this matter. Oh my, this I have to take because this is my bishop. He will reprimand me. Bishop Dr. Paul Bupe. Sir, I'm so sorry. You are allowed. You can call anytime.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes, Bishop, make your contribution.
Am I live now?
Yes, sir.
All right, wonderful. Well, first and foremost, I'd like to commend State Council Makebi ZuLu for representing the Zambian people well. I never thought we could have lawyers who have a human face, a good heart. I commend him greatly. Cool and collected, you know, informed by the Zambian values. A people of peace, love, and care. That's who we are. What is happening now is un-Zambian, unheard of. I'm even shocked. We do have Africa's wisdom for today's living, which can inform our activities, not what we are seeing. May I say this? Wisdom is wisdom to the wise. To the unwise, wisdom is not wisdom at all. No matter what you say, if somebody is not wise, they will not take it. So, Africa wansevanya. Now I can say Zambia wansevanya. That poem reaches out to what is happening today. May God help the Lungu family. May God help them to mourn. And let's stop this. We need wisdom to move forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That is Bishop Dr. Paul Wupe of Ndola. I couldn't resist when I saw his number. These are very respected men in our society. And if they wish to use this platform to guide the nation, what more can I do? So thank you very much for today's program. There were a lot of questions for Makebi ZuLu. There were a lot of questions. But ignore the propaganda that comes from especially from Koswe, that or whatever subsidiaries they create. Ignore that propaganda. It's meant to divide. It's meant to scandalize. It's meant to raise hate speech and hate feelings against the Lungu family. Almost 100% of the lies they tell are truly just lies. And Makebi ZuLu went to a great extent to debunk these lies. And remember what he said about the other allegations, that if there is no will and if there is a will, either way it benefits the next of kin. That's what the South African laws say. So do not believe those lies. In fact, one of the reasons what motivates me to stay up late all night and stay up late all day, speak to people, gather information, persuade people like Honorable Makebi ZuLu to come to a platform like this, is exactly the toxic diet that our people are subjected to. Can we have, as a nation, decent diet of information, credible information? Now we no longer trust. Even if someone said this one is dead, you will need 10 other people to confirm that this one is dead. The environment is so toxic. The propaganda fueled across the country is so bad that it has literally divided us and tribalized us into groups. Something very strange. You have seen every guest I've brought here, they appeal to President Hakainde Hichilema to unite the country, because at every opportunity that President Hakainde Hichilema has, whether he wants to reform the constitution, whether he wants to deal with the issue of land, is very divisive in the manner that he goes about it. He is dividing the country, and many people have said, icho mkala mbayo amwene ili wekele. Ifelo turechmona fowe minero turechmona inoshta. KK said he feared most among all politicians in Zambia. He feared that God forbid that President Hakainde Hichilema should take the reins of power. Because
thanks for tuning in to JQ News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates on tech, politics, and everything in between. Until next time, stay cool.